first. We like to talk.
Cook.
Is Mar-
Talking is good.
No, she's in a program.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's
We're also going to do the front desk,
Oh, wow.
especially because it's a counselor. We should invite her in. She probably knows some history of this.
Oh, good.
Where did Ann go?
I'm right here.
Anne's here.
Oh, there she is.
There she is.
I don't see you at the top of my screen.
I'm
You
here at the
you
top
can
of my
open-
screen.
Open the gallery. Open a gallery view, Linda.
That's the one that has all the little boxes, yeah.
No, it's got boxes, but they're larger. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Like
good.
Jeopardy boxes.
Hi, Linda.
Yeah.
Margie, you're in the dark, you know?
I
What's
know,
that?
you know, it's because I've got a whole bank of windows behind me and the poor camera can't adjust to it. This room was not designed with Zoom in mind.
That sounds like a poem.
All right, we'll just give it another minute because I think it's
Thank you.
almost ready.
I think I brought my whole kitchen with me.
Okay, that's good.
Can
My
you hear
kitchen
her
will
when she
grab-
talks from back there?
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay, good.
here. That's great.
All right. Well, it's I don't know which clock is right. Does everybody seem like it's, you don't have your clock, right?
I got my watch.
I think
4:03.
I got my watch.
4:03.
That's
403.
perfect. So we'll start. Three minute is good. I just want to make sure everybody knows that we record these and we do put them on our YouTube channel, so you can rewatch this or invite other people to watch it. Or if, you know, as we admit people here, if they want to track and see something, they can. We're still admitting people. But welcome to the Island Free Library. This is our staff office, and we do a lot of cooking and eating in here. So we thought we should get in on the fun of in our kitchens, and we're so grateful to Gloria and everybody at the Senior Advisory Committee for including us in their mission this winter of keeping people connected and keeping conversation going and fighting isolation. And, you know, all of that leads to good mental health. And it's really been great fun for us to work with all of you and to see you all every week. And so thanks so much. And welcome to our program. So we, you know, as librarians, this is going to be maybe a little different from other ones. We're not going to lecture too much, but in a teaching moment, we wanted to talk about slumps. And Susanna is a baker, and she made a crumble. Was it a crumble?
No, I made a slump.
No, today you made a slump, but last time, how it came up.
I'm trying to remember how it came up.
I-
I'm not sure.
I think she made a crumble, and I
have
said,
made crumbles, yes.
and I said, you know, on Block Island, we call them slumps. And nobody knew what that meant. And I was really kind of surprised that Judy even didn't know what that meant. And Susanna, for that part. She is a true blue Rhode Islander, and she didn't know what a slump was. So we went with that. So today is variations on a slump. And
You can tell us what a slump is, right?
well, you're right. So I sent out a document today, but I'll read a little bit without being too much of a teacher here. But it says, in the United States, varieties of cobbler include the Brown Betty, the Grunt, the Slump, the Buckle, and the Sonker. The crisper crumble differed from the cobbler, and that the cobbler's top's layer is more biscuit-like. Grunts and slumps are a New England variety of cobbler, typically cooked on the stovetop or cooked in an iron skillet or pan with the dough on top in the shape of dumplings. Grunts take their name from the grunting sound they make while cooking.
Wow.
Is made with yellow batter, like cake batter, with the filling mixed in with the batter. The sonker is unique to North Carolina. It is a deep dish version of the American cobbler. All varieties typically consist of a layer of fruit baked with a layer of dough, either under or on top of them. The names of these desserts arrive from the appearance or sound they make when baked. They are made with a variety of fruits such as apples, peaches, pears, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, strawberries, rhubarbs, cherry, pineapples, nectarines, and plums. When
Wow.
searching for these different types of desserts, you will find many recipes that are very familiar, but may have different names. Because of
Just made up.
similarities, some recipes may not be named properly according to their characteristics. And sometimes, because of the variations in recipes, it is hard to make a distinction from one type to another. So you have this information. We sent it to you in an email today, and I'll read you the slump because that's what we're doing today. The slump, a New England variety of a cobbler, is a dessert that is basically the same as a grunt as far as ingredients and construction. It consists of fruit, berries, or a mixture of fruit and berries, which are cooked beneath a crust of biscuit or dumpling type dough. The difference between the grunt and the slump is that the slump is baked uncovered instead of steamed. Some recipes call for it to be cooked on the stovetop and others use the oven. The slump was given its name because when served on a plate, it has a tendency to slump. So welcome to Variations of a Slump. Susanna has made a slump. Judy's going to start making one for you now. And then we have a little fun treat at the end as well.
Okay, great.
A recipe that calls for blackberry slump, but you know, Judy has to be different. So I went and peeled my apples, and I'm going to start with apples, and I'm going to put them in my pan. And while this is going on, whoops,
Just tell me if
that's
need
if
to
I
go.
can get them out.
Can you see? Yeah.
I'm going to put a water in there. Enough to cover the apples. Of course, you can't see this, but enough to make, so I can make like little apples. Then I'm going to put about a cup of sugar in there.
Did you let her in?
Yep. Then I'm going to take this nice smelling lemon and I'm going to grate it into the apples because the blackberries also call for grated lemon rind. So I'm just going to put my lemon rind in there. We'll just keep doing this. And this lemon smells so good.
Oh,
I
wow.
two of them. I bought one at, I don't know where I got this one, but maybe at the grocery store, and the other one I got at Walmart. But the one at the grocery store smells delicious. It's got a nice strong flavor. Turn this on to the, and get it started. And then I'm going to take the lemon. I'm going to take my spoon, get the seeds out. And then I just squeeze it. Like so. Squeeze it right in. Of course, my seeds are going in there. But get it nice and stir it up a little bit with the sugar in there. So the apples are going to cook for a little bit. And I wonder, I don't know if anybody knows this, but when we were kids, we took our apples and we had contest. We want to see who can peel the apple without getting the rind,
The core,
the peel
yeah.
broken. So you can go all the way around the apple without it breaking. And whoever did that was the best.
I remember that.
So there we go.
Oh,
Apple core. So that's while those are cooking, I do have blackberries and blueberries to put in them. But right now we're just gonna let that cook for a little bit. If Suzanne wants to talk about her slump,
Sit in this chair. It's
talk
get
about it.
right up.
Oh, before we do that, I'm gonna make my biscuit. And it does, the original recipe calls for a cup of flour, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, a half a teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of sugar, teaspoon of butter, or tablespoon of butter, and a 1/3 cup of whole milk. I cheat. I go to Bisquick.
I think my grandma did that too.
I do about 2 1/4 cup. Should just put the glasses on. You can see. 2 1/4 cup of Bisquick. Need a little bit more. And I do everything to some sugar. Just a tablespoon. Mix it in. Just gives it a nice flavor. And then 2/3 cup of milk. So I'll just pour that. Because when the apples get done, I just put the berries in, and then the berries don't take very long to cook down. So this is just like you do biscuits, And if it feels like you need more milk, you add a little more milk. It's a little dry. I'm just gonna pour a tad more in there. Oh, I forgot to put in my apples, my cinnamon and nutmeg. So I'll put that in just a minute. This is still a little too dry. Let it set before I forget. And I'm one of these people, about a tablespoon or teaspoon of nutmeg and as much cinnamon as you like. That's how I do it.
I like that.
Sprinkle. It does in our recipe that they have. I did make this exactly like they asked for, and it turns out perfect. Now my apples, I use several different kinds of apples. I use the Granny, Galen, Gala, and I don't know what these were. Macintosh, I think. What is it?
Michigan.
This one doesn't say.
Yeah.
Some of these are really, really hard. And the Granny Smiths are the tartness. And this is still a little too not ready for the dumpling tart. You don't need a lot, just to make it so that it'll dump in there.
Or slump.
Slump. Okay. And that you just keep in that. Now it might be a little too mushy. Looks good though. Yeah, looks good. And the blueberry, for the blueberries, it does call for cinnamon and lemon juice and the zest. So we have enough lemon juice in there because I peeled the potatoes. I mean, yeah, I have potatoes on the brain here. I peeled the apples last night. In order for them not to brown, I poured the real lemon juice on top of them. So they got plenty of lemon in there.
Okay.
So, oh, and the other thing we make is a nice lemon curd kind of thing. Lemon, my mother used to make it and put it over the dumplings after it was all done. And it really gives it a nice kick, right? The girls had it, they loved it with the lemon on it. So these apples look like they're doing pretty good. Oh yeah. Starting to mush down a little bit. Might add a little too much.
We
water.
love to be her test kitchen.
Yeah, I imagine.
So I had, I don't know if you can, probably should have chopped them up a little smaller than,
The apples.
yeah, the apples, but I like to cook them down a little bit and have some chunks in there. This is the first time using this big pan. So, oh, it smells good. Doesn't it smell good?
Mm-hmm.
I smell the cinnamon. I think my hair is a little too.
I'm afraid it's gonna the power.
All right, all I'm gonna do is, now I bought a double batch because they were on sale. So I'm just gonna plop them in. I washed them up. Those are the blackberries. These are the blueberries, more blackberries. Blueberries. More blueberries. And just mix it up. Let it cook up.
Oh my God.
We'll sample the juice to see if it is sweet enough. If I need more sugar. But you can just let that cook a little bit. And we'll put the dumplings in after that cooks down just a few minutes. So Suzanne's going to talk
Okay.
about hers.
So I did a little experiment. Well, like baking for me is always that. And so basically I asked my aunt if she could send me my grandma's slump recipe. Now my family's from South County. And I didn't know if she even knew what a slump was. And I was kind of just trying to see, is it the colloquialism? Is it South County? Is it just Block Island? And my aunt sent me back a recipe of my grandma's cranberry slump. And of course, I was all excited. I was like, yeah, I love baking with cranberries, but there were no cranberries at the store. So then I got some frozen blueberries. And I was trying to think of other things I could use, but really you can't use already stewed fruit because it's already too soft. And then I remembered that at home I had some blackberries that I picked last summer. So I had the blackberries from last summer and I had some blueberries that I got at the big. And I feel like Judy's recipe is really amazing, but mine was like really like low key. So, and maybe that's why my grandma did that, because she just was always doing a million things at once. And so all I had to do was I took the berries, it was a couple cups, and I also, like Judy, I never really measure fully. So a couple cups of berries. I always half the amount of sugar any recipe calls for, because you know we're all so sweet. So and it always works out okay. So I don't know why that is, or if we just have recipes with too much sugar. I don't know. So I mixed sugar and the fruit, and then the recipe I had, I used the grandma's recipe, but I just changed some of the ingredients.
Good.
So I don't know. We haven't eaten it yet, so let's see. We'll see how it goes. But so you just put the fruit, and I used an iron skillet. So I just put the fruit right directly on the pan without any like oil or anything. And then I made the batter, just a cup of flour, 3/4 cup of butter, and a little, I didn't have almond extract. So that was another, I was like, oh, I'll just use vanilla. So, and it was really sweet because the whole time I was thinking about my grandma, and every time I bake, I think about her. And, you know, so even when people are gone, they're not. Anyway, so I did the variation. I baked, which is the cranberry recipe of my grandma, because I knew Judy did it a different way, and her way is amazing. Like we had hers last week, and there's no way I could top Judy. So I was like, all right, I'll bake it. And I think it was my maybe misunderstanding of the recipe, but a few pictures I saw online. It was like, it looked kind of not like a pie, but it looked like one piece of the bread part. So I spread it out and okay, later. So this is what it looks like.
Ah, oh, wow.
Oh, okay. And I'm gonna scoop it. And my aunt was like, well, why didn't you do dumplings? When I took the picture. And I was like, oh, I got it a little off. But then I was like, well, it's a variation. So I think it would have been better warm. So, and I also got us some Turkey Hill vanilla bean ice cream.
Whoa.
That's what it looks like.
Oh, yummy.
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't use any lemon or anything like that, but I tend to like just to cook in one pot, throw it all in one pan. And then my daughter, she likes separate things. It's just like, if I have to use more than one pan, that's too many.
that's right.
Okay, we're ready to put the dumplings in. So all I do is take a scoop like this and plop it right into the mixture. All the way around the edge. Too bad you couldn't, can you pick up that?
What do you mean?
Show them what's inside here.
I'm not really supposed to move it.
Oh, okay.
I'll try a little.
Because I can't.
Yeah. I guess I should have done it. I should have joined by my phone.
Just,
amazing.
if you can see,
Wait, they can't. Do it again.
see? Just pop it in the top,
Yeah.
all the way around.
And it's boiling.
Yep, it has to boil. And you leave this in there for about, that recipe says 25 minutes, but I find that you don't have to leave it in that long to make them nice and fluffy. Gotta find room here. I'm running out of space. All right. Then you cover them. Leave it covered for 15 to 20 minutes. So if we got a timer,
Is that a crock pot?
a quarter of it will be done.
Someone just asked, did you want to repeat that question?
With the,
What kind of a
What
pan
kind
is
of
that?
pot is that? Is
This
that
is
on a
just
burner?
electric crock.
or-
Well, they call it a fryer, deep fryer, but you can do everything in it. It's just electric. It's got a,
Oh, I see.
it doesn't go very far because the cord is
Mhm.
very long. And that's a bigger pot.
Mhm.
I have a smaller one, but I had more fruit in it, so I thought I better get the bigger one. And it's just, it'll cook and cook and cook now for 15 to 20 minutes. You can serve it right away and then put the lemon sauce on top. And Kristen's gonna make some, she's gonna show us how she does her whipped cream. But she's on the phone right now, so she'll be right here.
Judy, could you use a crock pot? Just do it
It's a crock
longer?
pot. Well, it's not quite a crock pot. It's a
No,
lit pot.
right, could you use a crock
call
pot
it?
and cook it longer?
What's that?
Could you use a crock pot and cook it longer?
As long as the vegetables, I mean, the fruit is boiling, yes.
She said, could you use it?
I'm sorry?
I think what she was asking was, is it possible to use a crock pot?
Yes, she
Yes.
was saying that
Yes.
as long as it can boil,
Yes.
it should work.
Yeah.
And we're always open to people experimenting, and then we can test it for you.
Usually if you have your crock pot on high and the fruit is going, see how it's steaming? Can you see it? Steaming?
Yep,
Which is not
yes.
the library.
It's okay, the window's open. We have our shower cap on the,
Oh, we don't tell them that.
oh, whoops, that, I didn't say that.
But you could use,
Judy, what's the name of,
You
what's
get,
the
you
name
get
of
a
the
good facial.
pot, Judy?
When
What
you get
brand?
in here, you get a good facial. So,
you could use a pot on the stove though, too, obviously.
yes, I did, the last one I did it on the stove. I don't really like using the electric pot, but I will if I have to. You know, I like it for soups and so forth, but I like everything on the stove. There's
Okay.
something about cooking with the, right on top of the stove. It just goes.
We got these, or the initial idea, from-
Judy, what's the brand?
which
what's the
I'm not sure,
brand
is
name?
anyone that's here in this cookbook?
Does anybody have a recipe in that book?
My mother might be, I have to look.
Okay, yeah. So it's really cool because the Islanders have passed many, I know the pastor at the time, I think, was Tony Pappas. So there are some
Before that,
people-
long before that.
this book?
Oh, yeah, I started that
We've
book.
been,
Oh,
there've been
okay.
a number
Okay, well,
of
I'm
copies.
learning something too. I did see it was listed, so maybe a different year that they published it, they added that.
Mine's
I
yellow.
remember
Mine's
having
yellow.
my
Oh,
mom-
cool. That's the color I have at home. Mine's yellow too. And
I
what-
don't know if it's the same
there
year.
are some recipes that are like from the 1800s and they talk about like
Yeah.
over the
Yep.
fire.
Does yours
and I-
say
it-
1962? That's what mine is.
Let me see. Yes.
So just a different cover then.
Yep, yes.
It smells absolutely delicious with the cinnamon and the nutmeg and the lemon and the sugar. It smells good. We have to be careful with the steam in the library because we don't want to set off the alarm. Fanning it, you don't have to fan it. In fact, I'll use this as even better. You don't have to fan it, but we do here because of, we don't want to set the alarm off.
This is why we need a kitchen.
Right.
So,
But what's so cool about this book is that they have like remedies and poultices and
Page 117 is how to preserve a husband.
yeah, I love that one.
see that obviously I missed that one. But yeah, I like it. And they even have like for measurements and like different ways to think about measurements, weights and measures.
How to remove stains.
Yeah, how to remove different like stains and such. They even have a section on butchering.
Wow.
And it's
We
it's
have
really
these
fun.
at the library in the stacks as well. And they come through every now and then, like another copy will come through. And so, you know, we always like take a look at any cookbooks that come through, actually Judy.
You can look up Bible
But
references.
there's even like a little herb guide. I mean, it's just really kind of like it reminds me a little bit of like a farmer's almanac.
The other thing that is fun about that cookbook is seeing the people that contributed the recipes from way back when. And if you have, if you've been on the island a while, you know that recipe, or you know that great grandmother or
Yeah.
great aunt.
Oh yeah,
and that's really
definitely. A lot of the names, like, okay, just randomly, I see Maisie Rose, Anna Ball, a Dodge, Luella Ball, And it's funny because I was just helping Martha.
Yeah.
Right.
Now we're
Yeah,
ready
we're
for
ready.
Kristen's element.
So I am always in charge of whipped cream in my household. Like since I was a little girl, I was always the whipped cream one, and I always did the whipped cream in a bowl and a little bit of sugar. And sometimes if it was really special, my mother would let me buy colored sugar so that it looked pretty at Christmas and things like that. So I was always whipped cream. And during my time here at the library, I worked for many years with Pam Glenn, who taught me to do whipped cream in a metal bowl that came out of the refrigerator. A cold metal bowl was best for whipped cream, something I never knew in my household. So cold metal bowl for your whipped cream. And then my brother married a lovely woman who is the preschool teacher in Stowe, Vermont. She owns the kids' school there. And she has us do whipped cream at the table when we're done with a meal. So that's the kind of whipped cream we're going to do today because I think it would be fun. I think it's fun to do, even though I'm not a preschooler, but maybe some of you have preschool age kids, or maybe it's just fun for everybody to do after dinner. So I have a big glass jar, bell jar, and my sister-in-law told me whipped cream or heavy cream, whichever was least expensive, but that made me nervous for the YouTube show. So I did whipped cream. She told me, you know, a third of the jar. I don't know. I'm gonna, yeah, leaves a little bit in here, but I'll use that for coffee maybe. And then I didn't bring sugar. We have sugar here at the library,
Right here.
but well, I have this. The other thing that I always put in whipped cream since I was little, and yeah, I'm sure all you people do this, was vanilla. And I wanted to bring this one in. This is my favorite vanilla. This is King Arthur vanilla that I got at the King Arthur store in Norwich, Vermont. I think that's Norwich. I love this vanilla. It's pure vanilla. It's a nice big container. You don't run out. It's inexpensive. I love this. So this one is my favorite, but I have to show you that I got this beautiful gift this Christmas from a dear friend of mine. She made her own vanilla. Maybe we'll have her on the show and teach us how to make vanilla, but she did this vanilla. So I'm just gonna put a little bit in there. And my sister-in-law, when we do this, she says, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Wait, what did she say?
I don't know.
Shake it if you can.
Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Oh, wait, I gotta look it up. Hold on. I gotta look it up.
We'll shake it
Shake it
for
if you
you.
can.
I got the fan going here and the whipped cream going here.
It's better than walking.
Right. Oh, beautiful.
I wanted my sister-in-law to come on and do this part for me, but
Who says you can't get your exercise in?
oh, it's so
Yeah,
fun
now
when we
you're
do this at
walking.
her house. Hold on, what does she sing? She sings a special song.
You want me to keep shaking?
Okay. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it all you can. Shake it like a milkshake, then pass it to a friend. And so that gets passed around the table. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it all you can. Shake it like a milkshake, pass it to a friend.
Well, you can say the words.
Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it all you can. Shake it like a milkshake, then pass it to a friend. So it's always fun at Lindsay's house to go for dinner because we're, you know, we all make it. We do dishes and
We all
make
shake
whipped
it.
cream. We all shake it. You know, the men in the family get to participate
What's your rim?
well. And so I put that information in the email link today. She from Shelbourne Farm, you'll see that. She wrote to me that you can keep shaking it and make butter, of course. And it's fun for kids to learn this concept of liquid to solid and participate in making things. She says she puts maple and she makes butter and herbs if she makes butter. I was packing this up today to come to work and I was thinking, I also like this because, you know, us Block Islanders, we could have whipped cream like on the beach at night if we got this. Like we could break this right out of the cooler and start making whipped cream right on the
We could
beach.
make a butter company.
Make a
And just
butter
have
company.
people shaking it.
So Judy's over here with the fan because I get like crazed with the fire alarm going off in
I
this
told him
building.
that.
That'd be a real trick, huh? On our live Zoom program.
Right. Getting the fire department down.
It's steaming and
Kristen, my mother always put the beaters and the bowl in the freezer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I never did any of that growing up. But I got pretty good at it. You know, my mother was always adamant about, you know, not too much. Don't make butter.
Right.
Shake it, shake it, shake it all you can. Shake it like a milkshake and pass it to a friend.
Jada would have had fun with this.
oh yeah, yeah. She does this.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does that.
So does anyone here make slump of their own that they want to talk about?
Hobbler.
Not
Cobbler.
yet. Cobbler? Okay, well,
Yeah,
that's a
blueberry cobbler.
variation.
Mother used to do that too with chicken and she'd make a chicken dish, like a chicken a la king type thing. And then put the biscuits on top and put it in the oven. Or make dumplings with chicken, with a chicken dish.
Right.
As a child, never liked dumplings. I've just gotten so that I like them.
Are the dumplings in?
Yeah, they're in. Yeah. In fact, they look like they're just about done.
So this was great fun for us. You know, to learn about Slump and to talk about Slump. And I think I can see Susanna broke out the cookbook and, you know,
How long do you have to shake
cookbook
that?
is,
Oh, we were talking about the cookbook.
yeah.
What was that
Kristen,
question?
how long do you have to shake that?
How long are you shaking?
Till it makes whipped cream. Let's see.
Well, that's a good answer.
I can hear that it's not quite whipped cream.
It gets heavier. As you do it, you can feel it's getting heavier.
Uh-huh.
Feel instead of the light milk, it's starting to get a little more heavy.
And lucky for us, like traditional Slump, it's supposed to just be cream. So it doesn't have to be total whipped cream.
Right? I
Yeah.
think the recipe often says like in the old days they would just have heavy cream.
Is Beth Tangwell on there?
Yeah.
She is.
Yeah, Beth,
I'm
we're
here.
surprised today that you didn't know Slump.
I'm vaguely familiar. It sounds like something mom would have done.
Yeah,
So
You
it
just
was
knew it
one
was
of those
good.
things like it was sort of there.
yeah.
That's
But it
kind of how I
definitely-
felt. It was vague.
It did prompt me to pull out my Block Island cookbook. This is like,
Yeah.
this was my mother's fourth, and I ended up with it. Fourth in my memory that way.
So I knew Slump because I brought a dish once, you know, a rhubarb strawberry spring dish dessert to someone's house. And they said, "You brought Slump." And I said, I brought crumble. And they said, "No, that's Slump." And so I loved that. That was a long time ago. So it's fun to talk about it today.
That's great.
It's definitely prompting me to make some.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this in the microwave for another minute.
Did you talk
So
about
how
that
late are
with
you
your
open
lemon?
today?
Your lemon? I did it.
I don't think they heard you.
The recipe was-
Okay, so now we're gonna eat it. What are you guys gonna do?
We're gonna drive around and run
Library.
down. More.
Anybody
We're
close
coming
enough
down.
to come by and get some? We're right here. Morgan's coming up for some. She's here. We got somebody at the desk. We can invite him in
Good.
Bring it out.
or bring it out.
Kristen, did you ever put the sugar in that
Oh my
whipped
God, that
cream?
looks so good.
Put that special vanilla.
It's getting there. It's pretty close. It's perfect for Slump.
Ooh, that looks good.
If you want your whipped cream to last
Keep
for,
shaking.
So I just
Couple of
took it out of
days.
the, I believe it's
Oh my
done.
God. That
And
looks
then-
amazing.
What we do is we take the lemon sauce and put it right over the dumpling. And you can just have it like that.
Oh, wow.
It's steaming.
Wow.
And
That's
then you can eat it with
beautiful.
ice cream
Oh,
or
boy.
whipped cream or whatever you have there. I'm gonna turn this off. now.
Because we also have ice cream in the freezer. This is a little whipped cream.
Let me see.
Oh my gosh. I'm put back into 18 something.
Yeah, here we are. You want a little whipped cream?
Just a minute. You can see how light and fluffy those are.
Oh, it's good.
Can
Pull
you
them closer,
close?
closer to the camera.
No, you're the top.
Oh,
There you are,
Oh,
Gigi. See
careful.
that?
It
Oop.
is dripping.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
You're
Oh,
not
higher.
see
See
it.
how nice and light
There.
those are?
Wow.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'll leave that right there. No. Take it.
Now we have whipped cream on it.
Now we have whipped cream.
Whoa, look at that, how nice that is.
Oh,
Woohoo.
yum.
There you are, Morgan, all set.
Morgan, just in time.
Oh, thanks.
Come say
It's
hi.
hot. Be careful.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Morgan. Hello.
The whipped cream is
Have a
really
bite
good.
for us. Have a bite for us.
I will.
It's also neat knowing you picked the berries, you know, and that kind of foraged a
You
little.
want, which one you want? You want a little both?
Foraged. Yeah.
You have Judy's, but you don't have Susanna's.
You can come back.
You can come back. We have questions?
Any questions?
Is the front door to the library locked?
We could dish it up. We'd be happy to dish it up if anybody wanted to take a trip into town real quick. Please do.
It's so good.
Really, you could come. You got time. Jennifer Phillips, you're close by. She's still on there? Thought she was.
I think
Is she on? Is she on?
I think it's Block Island. Everyone's kind of close, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's delicious.
Wow.
No
Kristen,
nepotism
how long,
at
how
all.
much longer are you there?
What's that?
How long are we gonna be
How
here?
much longer are you there? I can send Pat over.
Yeah,
Yeah, please.
we'll be here till like 5.
I brought a couple of
All
containers.
right, I'll text him, but he's working tonight. We'll see.
Yum.
Working on getting you some slump.
Wow. Good. Really good.
Oh, good.
Hot.
Thank you.
We have the containers if somebody wants one.
Judy's now breaking out to go to containers.
Wants
Don't be shy.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much. That was beautiful.
We hope you enjoyed our fun history lesson
We
Yeah.
did.
and
Yeah, yes.
regional, what is it? Colloquialism?
Colloquially,
Regionalism. It was mouth-watering.
that was not just Block Island, but made the divide to America.
Yeah,
At least my grandmother.
that's wonderful. Sounds great.
Wow, Judy's is good. I'm sure Susanna's is too, but I haven't had it yet.
I'm sure Judy's is warm, so I
Hot.
need to try some of that next.
Great.
But I'm amazed too that like even without having tried Judy's, and I know hers is amazing. But mine was pretty low, like low maintenance. So like, you know, Slump comes in variations.
Right.
Right.
This is like
I
it looks
didn't
like
think
from
Judy-
a French restaurant or
I didn't
something.
think Judy's looked hard though. Did anybody think Judy's looked hard?
No, I'm saying it looks like another level.
Isn't it-
So tell me, how late are you
It's
there?
very, very simple to make. It's just put your fruit in the pot, let it cook down a little bit, put your dumplings on it, you're done. You know, it's a wonderful fast dessert. If you need something really fast and you have some berries or something in the refrigerator.
We could call it the hustle.
Is there a ratio?
Oh, I
of-
forgot to add, mine has walnuts in it as well.
Oh, there you go.
Throw things in it that need to get.
Oh, is there a ratio of fruit to water?
Oh,
Well, I do have a recipe for it,
Yeah, we'll put,
and then we'll put that online.
Yeah, there is one in here.
4 cups of fresh or frozen fruit, defrosted blackberries. 1/2 to 3/4 cup sugar, a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of lemon juice, 1 teaspoon of lemon zest, a 1/3 cup of water, and then vanilla whipped cream or vanilla ice cream. So in a medium size bowl, whisk together you do the flour. You can use biscuits. It has a recipe for the dumplings, which is just all-purpose flour, 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 tablespoons of butter, 1/2 cup of milk. So, but I use the biscuits so much easier and they're so much lighter. They're really fluffy.
it is fluffy biscuit.
And what does it say? Heat the berries with the sugar, cinnamon, lemon, and water until boiling in a 2-quart saucepan. Well, that's more than 2 quarts, as you can tell, because I added more berries.
I used like half the amount of berries, so I just didn't have as much probably.
Add the berries, sugar, cinnamon, lemon juice, lemon zest, and water. Heat until boiling. Stir a few times so that the berries are well coated and with the sauce. Add chunks of dumpling dough. Once the berries mixture is boiling, tear off spoonful chunks from the dough ball and drop into the fruit around the edges of the pot. You should have enough for 6 dumplings according to this recipe. Cover and simmer. Cover the pot and reduce the heat to simmer. Cook for, this says 25 minutes. Well, you can see we didn't even do it for 25 minutes, about 15, less than 15. Without peeking at the dumplings. Place dumplings in the serving bowl and top with berries. Serve with ice cream or cream and serve hot or chilled. So you can do any way you want it.
I love it.
But it turns out really, really nice.
No peeking. So I'm going to try to show you this. The dumplings without them falling over. They're beautiful in here.
Wow.
Yeah. And Morgan is up behind me, like oohing and eyeing, and we're all enjoying it. It was great.
And this is a recipe, easiest lemon dessert sauce, a teaspoon of grated lemon zest, a half a cup of fresh lemon juice. Now you can either use the real lemon or the bottle lemon, whichever you have. And I kind of use both. Half a cup of sugar. This one calls for a tablespoon of cornstarch, but I like a egg yolk in mine to give it a little more color and it'll thicken it. And it says a teaspoon of orange juice. So you bring the lemon rind, lemon juice, sugar, and cornstarch to a boil in a saucepan over medium heat, stirring consistently. Reduce heat to simmer and cook for 2 to 3 minutes or until sauce is thick. Remove from the heat and stir in 1 teaspoon of orange juice. And I thought because they don't put the egg yolk in there, that's what gives it the color, but it also gives it a nice flavor. Serve warm, repeat up to 1 week. So we have this recipe, we'll put it on the line for you.
Online. Yep.
On the line.
So we hope, well, where am I?
I don't know.
We hope everybody's finding the recipes on the YouTube channel in the comments. We've been working hard to keep that updated and uploaded. And I just want to say one thing about us and masks. We are our own small little pod here and we're very careful with each other. And it's really just Judy, Susanna, and I that don't wear our masks. And at this moment, we also have the window open because we generally wear our masks with each other.
Right. I wore it through the whole thing. I
Yeah.
just wanted the taste.
But not when we're eating.
That was wonderful.
hot.
Mouth watering. Mouth watering.
The one thing I don't like about the blackberries is the seeds.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, because the seeds get caught in my teeth.
Yeah.
Mother, you always did apples and dumplings. But she would put the lemon sauce on top of the apples. And I called my daughter in Michigan and I said, do you remember when I used to make the apple dumplings? She said, yeah, you want to come and make them?
Right. I can imagine. Yep. That was wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks so much.
This is the sad part about
Very nice.
making it at home or online is that you can't sample it a little bit.
Yeah.
They can come.
Yeah.
10-minute countdown till the puck down, 10 minutes. You get 10 minutes.
So if you're interested,
Yeah.
it's very simple, easy to make.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you.
That's
Bye,
great.
You're welcome. Thank you for having us.
It's great.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.
Thank
Kristen.
you.
We'll see you soon.
See you.
Bye.
Love you guys. Take care.
Love you too.
I think I need to bring this one.
Bye.
I'm gonna say.
These biscuits.